Why, hello, you lovely little peppercorns. My name's Noa Lee, and welcome to another retro game hopping afternoon. How the fuck y'all doing this week? Hi, everybody. Aiden is early for once. Isn't it like 5 a.m. where you're at, my dude? Dang, you're a trooper. What's up, what's up, Aiden? And Raichu Wiz, hello. And we got some live coil, hello. Play Buck Bumble on N64, hell yeah. Only for the... Only for that sweet title screen music, am I right? I never thought I'd start a stream with Buck Bumble, but we're going to start a stream with Buck Bumble. How are you guys doing this week? It's been a minute. It's been 2 weeks. It feels like it's been 5 ever because I've been super busy the last 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago normally doesn't seem like a long ass time ago, but it does this week. We're gonna switch on over to some Buck Bumble here. Which, it's a okay game. Buck Bumble's one of those games that, I don't know, usually gets put on list of like worst games ever, and I can see why. It's pretty mediocre, but it's got one hell of an awesome title screen song, and it makes the whole game worthwhile. Where the hell? Probably in the B's, not the D's, where the Buck Bumble's at. There it is. Right about now, it's time to rock on with the Freaky Day Buck Bumble. Yep, I woke up half an hour ago. Damn, Aiden, you're a trooper. Respect. Oh. Buck Bumble in the 25th century. Nice. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Hey, what's up, Jimmel? Hi, driving again. Why am I driving when the stream starts? I don't know. Rural England. Things are seemingly normal on Earth. However, a not-so-ordinary situation is developing within the insect kingdom. I'm doing okay, set up my schedule for the month. Gonna try and get some more progress on fanfic and my dream projects. Your dream, like Media Molecules game dreams, or like your actual, like, big dream projects? Both are great, sound great. Although writing a fantasy beauty pageant comedy may be overdoing things. That is a lot of, I don't know, you still call it a Venn diagram when you have like more than 2 circles. That's a lot of ground to cover, but it sounds pretty awesome. Bumble, there it is. I was going to suggest Hollow Knight, because I've been interested in checking that out. Not really a retro game, but I would not be opposed to checking it out. I played a little bit of Hollow Knight when it first came out, and I really liked it, but for whatever reason I put it down. It's really hard to... God, this is such a banger of a song. Yeah. What a great song. But yeah, I played Hollow Knight when it first came out. I really liked it, but for whatever reason, I think some other game I was more interested came out around that time. Or more interested in came out around that time. And I put it down, and I have not picked it back up. I've been meaning to pick up Hollow Knight forever. So I'm going to put that in the maybe pile, because I kind of want to play... It's a little new. If we run out of stuff to play, I will turn it on. And also, I kind of want to go into that game blind by myself, because it looks so freaking good, and I've heard so many good things about it. But, yeah. Buck Bumble is kind of bad, but at least it's an interesting bad. Yeah, they get a gold star for trying, and for that sweet theme song. Yeah, I don't... You know, the thing about this game is... I played this game probably more than most people. Still not a great amount. It seems like it should be better than it is, just because it's an interesting concept. So I really like that. I like that it's a... There it is. I always forget what the Z button is mapped to in emulation. It just seems like this should be a better game than it is, because it's graphically for the N64 looks pretty nice. Great music. Well, title screen music's great. I guess in-level music's pretty basic, but not bad. The flight controls are a little wonky, but they're not terrible. I mean, you're basically got like an acceleration and a brake, like you were driving a car in midair. which is kind of odd, but it works. I think the biggest problem with this game is probably its level design. It just, or maybe not even its level design, it's enemy placement. Although now that I'm fumbling with the controls, I'm tempted to say it's the controls. I don't know, I've watched people play this game that are actually like good at it, and it seems like such a fun game, but then every time I play it myself, I'm like, this is terrible. Squid, can you play Gran Turismo PS1? Yes, we can. If I have that, I will write that down before I forget. If I have that, we will play that next. Gran Turismo. There's a series I've never gotten into. Please turn game audio down a little. Can't hear you as well as usual. Okay. I was wondering about that. Hold on, I gotta... Thanks for letting me know. Alright, I just turned it down 6 decibels. Let me know if that's too high, too low. When I did a test recording, I turned on Drill Dozer, because I've been playing that a lot recently. And it seemed a little loud in the recording, but I haven't changed my settings at all since last... Oh! I know what's going on. I was doing some test recordings. Let's put that back where it was. Yeah. All right, I think we're good now. I forgot that I was doing some test recordings with this audio setup, and I ended up turning my gain down on my mixer. So I think it's fixed now. Let me know if it ends up not being right. Anyway, what were we talking about? I crashed around 1 a.m. and woke up to my bro still chatting on Discord voice chat to a friend of ours. Wait, so you went to bed at 1 a.m. and then you got up like 4 hours later for my stream? Is that what you're telling me? Dude, you need to get more sleep. Where is everything in this game? I did mean the Big Dreams thing. Story series plus art. Got first concept 8 years ago. Ooh, nice. Dang, long-term project. Only have a pilot in need of editing and redoing. Nice. Well, good luck with that. I know I have plenty of projects like that. I have several novels. Well, 3, probably 2 that are even worth a damn, that have been in the rough draft phase for years now, but I just finished one of those rough drafts about a month ago. But now I'm interested in moving on to a different stuff. Where do I go? Is that the problem with this game? I'm supposed to like shoot bugs. Other bugs. Or is this like the tutorial level? What do we got here? Is this like the exit? That's the exit. Okay, I understand now. The useless spin. Audio's better now, thank you. Buck Bubble needs a AAA remake in proper studio like Nintendo handled the concept. It'd be better. Are you using a PC or a console? I am playing on a Steam Deck right now, so yes to both questions. I am playing on a PC and a console, technically. All right, let's kill some of these. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just the controls. These are pretty bad controls. Also, oh, never mind. I thought I was like slowly falling while I was hovering here. All right, cool. Buck Bumble. Herd gate open. Whatever that means. Nah, it's for something. Oh, I missed something there. Sticking to retro then, I've been wanting to check out Rocket Knight Adventures. Oh, hell yeah, we could play Rocket Knight Adventures. You haven't played Rocket Knight Adventures and you're like a Sega guy? I guess you're mostly a Sonic guy, but that implies Sega guy. My dude. What are you doing watching my stream? Go play Rocket Knight Adventures. All right, we're playing some. That's it. We're gonna play some Rocket Knight. Didn't I play that a couple weeks ago though? I don't remember. I really don't remember. I don't mind playing it again though. I fucking love that game. Nice. Glad the audio's better now. Cool. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay, so subject for conversation. When having too many mods... When is having too many mods too much? Installed over 100 mods on Stardew Valley last night. Have I gone too far? Ooh. Let me think about that for a second. This game makes me think Bubsy 3D, but with graphics and better looking gameplay. I mean, I think these graphics hold up quite well, personally. It's the gameplay that sucks, which, you know, I'd much rather have bad graphics and good gameplay. I think I'd rather play Bubsy 3D, honestly. I find that game way more interesting than this. Oh, there's a big old bug there. Yeah, this game's just kind of boring. Oh god, and it's so hard to aim at things on the ground. Like, am I supposed to shoot you? I think I am. Alright, what were... Topic of conversation. When is installing too many mods... Or how many mods is too much? I guess is the best way to sum that up. I have different opinions on mods, so... I've kind of... I'm assuming if you installed that many mods to Stardew Valley, you probably have already played a great deal of Stardew Valley, would be my guess. I'm of the opinion you shouldn't mod a game at all until you're at the point when you can't get anything more out of the game without modding it, if that makes sense. I don't like this. I don't know, there's a big trend right now, and obviously people can play however the hell they want. I don't want to take, like, you know, stuff away from people, but I hear, like, when, like, a game will come out and a month later there's, like, a big mod that, like, completely overhauls a bunch of stuff. Could be for the better if it's, like, the case of a Bethesda game that's, you know, probably broken as fuck, but, you know, it's, you know, maybe just adding in stuff that the developers didn't intend or whatever. I kind of feel like if we're going to take games seriously as an art form, you should at least give the game a chance as is. But then there's, like, older games that... Is this, like, the exit, or is this where I came from? Okay. And that's another big problem with this game. There's, like, no direction on what to do. There's, like, stuff to shoot, but there's no indication that you need to shoot it. Oh, this just went back to the first area. I see. Yeah, lack of direction is a big problem with this game. But I mean, like, if you've already, like, played a shit ton of a game and you want to get more out of it, I don't see any problem with modding the hell out of it and making it something different. Why not? Especially if all those mods you installed work together, which I'm assuming something like Stardew Valley is, you know, since it's a pretty simple game under the hood. Do I need to kill these bugs? Like, what do I need? Oh, there's wasps. Ow. That's probably what I need to do. I would think that all of the mods would probably be, like, you know, adding new items and maybe new areas, new graphics, or new level assets and stuff like that. I don't see a problem with that. But I don't like this trend of, like, you know... Well, here's a good example. Like, a lot of people take, like, a game like Morrowind and be like, oh, I really want to play Morrowind, but, you know, I've never played it because maybe I liked Skyrim, and people keep telling me, like, what Morrowind is like, but it looks so old, I need to install a bunch of graphical mods for it. Or, you know, it doesn't have a waypoint system because, you know, they believe that, like, the reason that Morrowind doesn't have a waypoint system is because it was... Wow, the hit detection in this game sucks too. Jesus. They believe that Morrowind, like, doesn't have a waypoint system because... I'm sorry, I can't take any more Buck Bumble. Anybody... We're gonna jump to Gran Turismo, which we also probably won't play for very long. Assuming I have Gran Turismo. So I don't know, I guess that's what sums up for me. I don't think there's such thing as too many mods, but I think you should give a game a chance as is, or as the developers intended first. Let's see, do I have Gran Turismo? I have Gran Turismo 2, which is basically the same game, so let's play that. Is there even a map in this game? I don't know. There's a radar. Graphical mods can work. Added mechanics can be too much. 4X games sometimes can do with bigger resource lists, like the colonization mods, or colonization mods do it. And then there's things like Slay the Spire, where one mod equals one extra character, so no real limit to it, adding replayability. Yeah, I think that's the thing. So, like, 4X games are a great example of that, because they're such massive fucking games that it would take you a long time to get to the point where, like, you start running out of, like, you know, you start running into, like, the same items over and over again, and there's not really a lot of variety going around, so it makes sense to have a mod for something like that. I mean, if you're big into Civilization and you've already put 400 hours into Civ 6 or Civ 5, you know, you still want to play it, but you're just tired of looking at the same stuff, yeah, mod the hell out of that game. Why not? What the hell? You're right, chat is not visible on screen. Why is my shit all fucked up today? Hold on a second. Huh, weird. It was working when I did my test recording earlier. Let's try this. I'm gonna try and fix stuff on the fly here. Hopefully it'll work. Properties. Paste that shit. Okay. Wow, it's still not working. I'm wondering if YouTube changed something behind the scenes. Huh. That really sucks. I guess we don't really need chat on screen, but it would be nice to have. Man. Da-da-da. Yeah, I don't even know what to do about that. Let me... try one more thing here, and if it doesn't work, we'll just play without today. Put that over there. Let's grab this. YouTube is not cooperating. That's always fun. Okay. Properties. Paste. Okay. Nope. Nothing. I don't know. Chat's broken today. I don't think it's my fault. I'm pretty sure it's YouTube's fault, so sorry about that. Huh. I think the only way I'd be able to fix that is by starting the stream over, and I'm not going to do that, so we're just going to go without the chat today. Well, actually, is it on? No, it's not even on this screen either. Oh well. Anyway. Thanks for letting me know, LiveCoil. I did not realize that. What is my favorite retro game? That's a tough one. There's so many good ones. I don't know. I don't delineate between retro and, like, other games all that much. Like, my favorite games, like, you know, some of my favorite games are, like, Rocket Knight Adventures, but also, like, Dark Souls and Elden Ring. And I just played Dredge. Dredge is a good game you should play. I don't know if I'd call it one of my favorites, but Dredge was really good. I just finished that yesterday. But if I had to choose, like, just retro games, Ristar would be a high up there for sure. Super Metroid would be high up there for sure. Rocket Knight Adventures would be pretty high up there. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I would say. But I'm probably going to have to go with Super Metroid. If I had to pick just one of those. Super Metroid's such a fantastic game. Ah, yes, the great equalizer between developers and testers, but it works on my machine. Yeah, there you go. I did finish Stardew, like you said. It's for extras and the new locations to get a new experience. Added 3 new locations and cat hair in my mouth, excuse me. And 20 characters plus new dialogues and recipe. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I mean, by all means, like, if your choice is, like, to stop playing the game, we're gonna go beginner because I really suck at Gran Turismo. And even though I drive a manual car IRL, I'm going to pick a I'm gonna pick an automatic for this. I don't want the. Wait, I didn't want the. Okay, I guess we're going with the Camaro. I was hoping they had like an old Beamer, but they probably didn't. Well, they had a Mazda. Yeah. That's a shame. Yeah, I know, it is. Super Metroid is the best Metroid game. Fight me, plebes. I will die on that hill with you as well, my friend. Super Metroid is the best Metroid game. How do I get out of first person? There we go. So, yeah, I'm not big on simulation-type racers like the Gran Turismo series. I guess the first couple Gran Turismo games are a little more arcadey than the later ones, aren't they? Seems like starting with 3, they really leaned into like the simulation aspect of the Gran Turismo games. Oh, there's that wonderful Steam Deck audio glitch. Thank you, Gabe Newell. It kind of oh, Jesus. Like I had a patch of ice there or something. Ah, Volkswagen. Das Auto. Another thing I was going to say about mods is, so going back to the thing I was talking about with Morrowind, you know, it's common for people to only play Morrowind if they've never played it before after installing a shit ton of mods. And I kind of, I kind of hate that idea because, I feel the game is fine as is, but I also understand it. And if the choices between somebody never checking out Morrowind because it's got some old features that they don't jive with, like the graphics or the lack of waypoints or whatever, and them checking out Morrowind after modding it, I'd much rather have them mod the crap out of the game to their liking and then playing it. But I genuinely feel that game is good as is and doesn't need to be modded. Again, it's different if you've already put like, 300, 500 hours into it and you've seen everything. That's a different story. That's, just trying to milk more enjoyment out of something, but I mean, I guess that's kind of where I'm at. I'd rather have somebody mod the game and check it out rather than just not play it at all, so. For me personally, though, I don't mod games very often. I did with Skyrim, but again, it was kind of like, the same thing. I played Skyrim a lot, and I wanted more stuff out of it, so I started... What is with that corner right there? You could also tell, like, the difference in, like, Gran Turismo from this point onward. I haven't played the series much past the third game, but it seems like they used a lot less licensed music in later games. That might just be a fact of me not playing oh god, of me not playing them past like 2, really, other than checking out 3 a little bit. I don't know, it just seems like the game's got a lot more serious, like serious racing stuff after this. I will say this about Gran Turismo. As far as racing games go, I always thought it was like a little, like when you're choosing your cars and, oh, that's a pit. I thought it was a branching path. Never mind. Shit. Well, ain't gonna win this race. I always thought it was funny in like racing games when you have like, this car has better speed, or this one has better acceleration, this one has better handling, but then you end up playing the cars and they all sort of feel alike. Gran Turismo isn't like that. Like, the cars feel wildly different while you're playing, which is something I could say that they really lean into the simulation aspect in terms of how the cars feel. So I'll give them that. Slight spin on that question then. Top 3 games for each console. Like all consoles of all time? Well, let me think on that for a second. Dredge is great, but it's quite the fishy atmosphere. Yes, it is very fishy. Yeah, I really like Dredge. Highly recommend it, even if you don't like fishing games. But fishing games are like really underrated, I feel. I like fishing games. I do have one issue with Dredge. Two. One's a minor one, and one's just like really annoying. So, problem number one with Dredge is I feel like the game needed more upgrades, because by the end of the game, it got to the point where I was about, I don't know, 2 hours from finishing the main campaign in Dredge, but I had already gotten every single boat upgrade without even like trying. So like the whole progression system just kind of fell apart at the end, and I kind of felt like I was going through the motions towards the end, which might be a conscious design choice based on like, you know, the story that's going on, but I kind of feel it was just the developers dropped the ball. Minor annoyance, but what really kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth about Dredge is that you have to pay an extra $5 to open up this workshop on this one island in order to get a couple of extra items that basically break the game and destroy all sense of progression. So it's like, one, you're hiding, and it's not like it's something I added to the game later, because the game's been out for like a month now, maybe. It was like day one DLC, pay an extra $5 and get a couple in-game items that completely ruined the experience, which I didn't do, but based on like some of the, you know, stuff I was reading on the items you get, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that would just break the entire progression system, and the game already has problems with its progression system, so let's try a different race here with a different car. But other than that, I really liked Dredge. I just really hate this idea of having to pay extra money for stuff that actively breaks the game, or just in general, paying for items that should have been in the game to begin with, or locking an area off that's in the game and teasing the player saying, you can't enter this building unless you give us an extra $5. I hate shit like that so much, and I don't care that this is their first game. I don't care that they're an indie company. I don't care that the team was like 5 people. Fuck them and those shitty business practices. But overall, the game was really good. So there's my micro review of Dredge. Let's put it that way. Noah has a cat? Let's go. One of my cats is currently sleeping at my feet. Nice. I do have a cat. I have him locked outside the room right now, because otherwise he'd be all over the keyboard and would totally break the stream, because he's a little pain in the ass, but I love him so much. His name's Nui, Shira Nui, like named after one of Amaterasu's forms in Okami. Let's go rally. Let's go rally with a rally car. Ooh, a Toyota Corolla, Mitsubishi Lancer, Subaru. Got any BMWs, my dude? Nah, dang. I'm a Beamer guy. I guess I also like Lancers. There was a Mazda, wasn't there? Yeah. Yeah, let's go with Mazda. I like Mazda. That thing is ugly as fuck, but let's go with it. We'll go racing. Same, I'm not into simul racers, but arcadey ones are fun. I played Daytona machines any chance I get. I really like Ridge Racer. Like the classic Ridge Racer arcade is my jam. Cruisin'. The Cruisin' series is probably my favorite as far as arcade racers go. Fun stuff. Cruisin' Exotica, and then Cruisin' Blast just came out. Oh, I'm actually playing right now. Shit, I thought... I thought this was a cutscene leading up to the start line, but I guess we're doing rally mode, so... Okay. Taking her off-road. Probably switch to whatever we're playing next after this. Rocket Knight Adventures. We're playing Rocket Knight Adventures next. Oh! I'm excited. Do you like Metroid Dread? Only heard good things. First game I'll buy on Switch when I get one. Yes, I absolutely love Metroid Dread. I would say probably top 3 or 4 Metroids for me, honestly. It's up there. Super Metroid's definitely number 1. AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, which is a fan game, might as well be an official Metroid game as far as I'm concerned. It is hands down the second best Metroid game, second only to Super Metroid. It's fantastic. If you haven't played AM2R, play it. Zero Mission is obviously up there, probably number 3. I would probably put, probably put Prime 1. No, I think I'd put Dredge first. I'd put Dread. I'd put Metroid Dread. As far as Metroid games go, that Cosmic Horror fishing game I was just talking about is ranked number 4. No, Metroid Dread is number 4. I would put if I were to rank my favorite Metroid games, and then I'd probably put Prime 1 as number 5. I feel like I'm forgetting a very important Metroid game though now that I'm saying this. Oh, obviously Metroid Other M. Clearly the best Metroid game. Said no one ever. Where are my... There we go. Oh, Jesus. Mazda does not control as well as the Corvette did. Subaru? Subaru? Bruh, did I say Subaru? It's Subaru. If I said Subaru, I apologize because that's stupid. It's Subaru. Subaru. It's Japanese, like, there's no emphasis on any of the things. Subaru. You should also play AM2R on stream. I don't have that on my Steam Deck, but if I can... You know what? I should try and get that going on the Steam Deck. I know it works because I played it on my other Linux machine not too long ago. And it runs just fine on Linux, so it should run on the Steam Deck. Let me write that down, see if I can put AM2... We should absolutely play AM2R on stream. AM2R. I'll see if I can put that on there. It'd be a little tricky, but it shouldn't be too bad, because it's a standalone executable that I gotta run using Wine. But Steam Proton has Wine built right into it, so I should be able to just add it. Oh, hey, there's the Michelin Man. Look at that. You fat fuck. You bubbly man. Rocket Knight, I've been wanting to buy the cartridge of Rocket Knight Adventures, so I've been... Oh, so I've been putting it off. I get it. I understand. I've been there. Yeah, the Rocket Knight Adventures cartridge doesn't... I mean, it's always been kind of on the pricier side, but it seems like recently it's been like what, $50-ish? I was lucky enough to get my copy at a thrift store for like $5, like 15 years ago. But I mean, at least it's not like Sparkster, like on the Genesis. Like I told a story like a couple of months ago about how I ponied up $170 for a copy of Sparkster in box on eBay because it was the cheapest I had ever seen the game go for. And it's still way too much money. Oh, there's my ghost car. Yeah, I mean, this is just racing. I suppose if you're into, like, if you're really into cars, Gran Turismo is probably a good series for you, but I am a casual car guy at best. So, doesn't really do much for me. Kind of digging the music they got going though. They got some hits. Biggest problem with Other M is that you can only play with a single Wiimote. The oversimplified control, oversimplified something or other. I gotta pause to read that. I thought I could do it. This oversimplified a consistently complex and challenging series to just shooting things in corridors. Yeah, I agree. And the sort of half-assed button mashing melee, but also with QuickTime events, and yeah. Other M just kind of like, I don't know. It really pisses me off because I feel like there's a lot of potential for that kind of a Metroid game, like a 3D roam around top-down view like that. I feel the basics are there for a really great third-person Metroid game, but they just executed it so poorly, and I don't know, it relied too much on like story and cutscenes, and you know, I kind of, you know, what they did with Samus's character just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I understand, like, you know, she didn't really have much of a character or personality before that. How many laps are in this thing? 5? So, like, I guess any amount of personality is quote-unquote better, but I guess the real problem with the atmosphere in Other M is that Metroid has always relied so heavily on isolation and, you know, that feeling of being alone in an alien world and, you know, having to struggle through an area to get an item that allows you to overcome that area, you know, is always like a, you know, that's why Metroidvanias have become such a popular genre, because of that. Apparently I hit that corner before too. Have become such a massively popular genre is because it's such an engaging gameplay loop, going through an area and getting your ass kicked and then getting a thing you need to be proficient at that area, you know, or just be able to survive, I guess. You know, there's something so satisfying about that gameplay loop. Oh my god, those brakes suck. Ugh. Mazda, you control stiff, my dude. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was the big problem with Other M, is that they had too many characters running around. You were always running into another character, or there were always signs of other people around. You know, there was the whole Adam Malkovich thing, and, you know, way to ruin the intrigue of that character from Metroid Fusion by over-explaining him and just kind of making him this gruff daddy figure for Samus, which is just kind of icky at the same time. It's like, oh, Samus clearly is in love with this guy, but he's also like her surrogate father, and that's not creepy at all. So, I don't know. And I guess that's what rubs me the wrong way about Metroid Other M the most, is that because that game was such a colossal failure, like, Nintendo will never, ever try that style of Metroid game again. And that sucks, because I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential for the series in that style. But you're absolutely right. The simplistic controls with just, like, you know, controlling everything with just the Wiimote absolutely did not do it any favors. I cannot get around that corner without hitting it to save my ass. Alright, if this isn't the last lap, we're bouncing. This is getting super boring. My Gran Turismo skills are not nearly elite enough to entertain the masses or myself. Neither is the bubbly persona of the Michelin Man. Well, I almost did it. Oh, we got a checkpoint there. Metroidvanias are indeed rad, even if you don't like them all that much, personally. Even if I don't like them? I love Metroidvanias. Are you talking about me personally? Did I read that wrong? I better read that right. Metroidvanias are indeed rad, even if you don't like them all that much personally, Noah. What are you talking about? It's like my second favorite genre. I love Metroidvanias. Or is it just you're saying I don't like them because I criticize some of them? I don't actually know what you're referring to. Metroidvania is like my favorite genre. Or maybe you're being sarcastic and you're just like, yeah, shut up. Okay, we're done. Does this just go on forever? Or is this like NASCAR 200 laps? That's Gran Turismo. Let's play Rocket Knight Adventures. Where you at, Rocket Knight? I saw Ristar. Should be right here. There it is. Rocket Knight Adventures. Woo! Let's catch up with the chat here. Yeah, you talking like a New Zealander with the Subaru. It's just my thick Midwestern accent. Sometimes it catches me. I'm sorry, you know. I have totally had that experience, though, where I've said something, and people will say, why are you pronouncing it like this? And I'll be like, I'm not pronouncing it like that. And then I'll say it again. They're like, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. I don't know what's wrong with your ears. And they're like, I don't know what's wrong with your mouth. And I'm like, shut up. It's not cheap. Yeah, I saw a complete, I think, copy in a retro store a while for 75 Australian dollars, and I didn't have that much on me, as you can imagine. I was pretty bummed out. Yeah. Can't agree. I think, so I really like the Sparkster games as well. They're not as good as Rocket Knight Adventures, but they're definitely not worth the high price point, because the Super Nintendo Sparkster goes for consistently like $100 to $150, and the Genesis Sparkster goes for like $200 to $300 consistently, even before like retro game prices became absolutely outrageous. So there's that. I gotta switch the controls, because if I remember correctly, this and I'm going to play on easy, because easy is actually Japanese normal mode, because they did that thing that I hate. A is attack, B is jump, C is attack. Yeah, that should be good. Good old Rocket Knight Adventures. The real problem is Samus is an imposter, and everybody steals her moments every time. Yeah. Yeah, that too. That kind of just sucked. They just, like, took all agency away from Samus, and I don't know. That just, like... I know at the time a lot of people in... When Other M came out, it was, like, right around the time, like, the social justice stuff, like, really took off. Don't mean to open up this can of worms, but it was such a big deal surrounding Other M. I kind of feel like it's historically pertinent. But there were like feminist like YouTubers and like game critics at the time were split over whether Other M was like a good thing or a bad thing. Like some feminist game critics were saying that the game took all agency away from Samus and, you know, kind of had the men do everything, which is how I agree. I agree with that point. And that, you know, you took Nintendo's, like, one interesting female character or strong female character and, you know, made her like a waif, you know, that needed to be saved by daddy, which is exactly what I agree. But then other feminist philosophers, or feminist game critics rather, were of the opinion that what they did with her character may not have been perfect, but it was better than her having no character or personality like she had previously. And I don't know if I agree with that either, because that's like, she definitely had like character and personality before that. It was just not overt in terms of, you know, she didn't talk, you know, because there weren't cutscenes in Metroid games except for Fusion. I believe Fusion was the only game up to that point. Oh, I guess Metroid Prime 3 was out. Samus didn't talk in that, though. She did talk in Fusion. But in, like, Metroid Fusion, like, you had her inner monologue, and you could see, like, you know, the struggles she had. In her, you know, it didn't take any of her agency away, while it also made her vulnerable at the same time. It was brilliant. It was great writing, but then they just completely ruined it in Other M. Here's a pro tip back here. You can get behind Mr. Piggy here and just wail on him. Speaking of 3D Metroid, what are your thoughts on the Metroid Prime re-release, or is it a remake? I don't remember on Switch if you've played it yet. I haven't played it yet. I wish I probably would have if I hadn't just, like, a month before that game came out, played through Metroid Prime 1 on my Steam Deck in emulation. Like, the whole game. Like, I 100%ed it. And I just... I'm like, man, of course they would. After I, you know, went years without playing Metroid Prime, waiting for a remaster of the game to come out. finally getting to the point where I'm like, they're never going to remaster this game, so I'm just going to play it in emulation. A month later, they frickin' release it on the day they announce it. Are you kidding me? My opinions are probably what you expect. I think it's a graphical remake is how we should classify it, not a remaster, because I believe a remaster maintains the original graphics but upscales them, and this does not maintain the original graphics. They're similar, they're close, but they are not the same assets upscaled. So I don't think we should call it a remaster. It's a graphical remake. I think what all these discussions we've had on remakes and remasters on the stream over the past weeks and months have taught me that there are three terms. There is remaster, which is it's the exact same game, same graphics, same everything, but it's upscaled. So like Dark Souls remastered, same exact graphics, same exact assets, same exact textures, but everything is higher resolution. The game has been cleaned up a little bit, so it has, runs at a solid 60 FPS instead of 30 frames per second. There's been some quality of life improvements, like being able to use multiple items at a time instead of one at a time. Adding a, ooh, I fucked up. Adding a bonfire in an area that really should have had a bonfire from the get-go. Minor things like that. So that's a remaster. A graphical remake is what I feel that Spyro Reignited and the Crash, whatever it's called. What is the Crash? Insanity? No. I don't even remember what the Crash remakes are called. Whatever. Doesn't matter. That's a graphical remake, or the Demon Souls remake. It's the same exact game, but with completely different graphics, completely different assets, and maybe a few quality of life changes, but absolutely nothing else. Like no major overhauls done. That's a graphical remake. And then there's we're gonna call a true remake, which is more of a reimagining. So this would be like the Resident Evil remakes that Capcom's doing. They're not the same game, but they are games that are inspired by the game that they're remaking. So I think that is a true remake or a reimagining remake. I'm going to call it true remake because I feel like because at that point you're completely remaking the game from the ground up. You're not keeping anything, so that's how I feel we should distinguish all this stuff. So that's my opinion going forward on those things. If it's a remake, if it's a thing, it's either a remaster, a graphical remake, or a true remake. There we go. Anyway, so what are my opinions on this? This is a graphical remake, which I'm not a fan of as far as the three categories of, putting older games on modern hardware go. That's my least favorite. I feel that the graphics are an integral part of the experience, and that if you're going to go with a different graphical style, you should just make a sequel. But Metroid Prime is a little different because they tried really hard to replicate the original look. So while I'm still not a fan, and I still think that if you upscale the original through emulation, it still looks better, and it's still a more definitive version of the game, I feel like Retro Studios did a great job trying to replicate their previous work with the remake, that I'll give it a pass. But I don't think I'm going to play it because I think that playing it with upscale graphics and emulation is always going to be a better experience because the graphics are more cohesive to the type of game it is, and I feel like you can't separate the original graphics from a game. And if you're going to do that, you might as well just do a complete overhaul like the Resident Evil remakes. So why wouldn't you at that point? So that's me. Insane Trilogy. Thank you so much. I could not think of that. Jesus. But But yeah, I don't know. I'm a lot more into the Metroid Prime graphical remake than I am with like the Demon Souls remake, which I genuinely kind of hate at this point because I really, really feel like those graphics completely miss the point of what makes Demon Souls so special and tries to turn it into something it's not. I don't get that sense with the Metroid Prime graphical remake, though. Retro Studios really tried to capture the look and feel with just higher models and stuff like that, but it still is a little too far off from what the original's atmosphere is like for my taste, if that makes sense. Ow. Get my timing down here. If you time this just right, you can just keep wailing on him, because they can't hit you when they're blinking, which is nice. Talking so much, I didn't even realize I beat the first level already. Look at that. Makes sense to me. Good. I'm glad it makes sense. I've been thinking about it for a long time. And I hope we get some standardization in that, because, like, whenever I, like, say remake or something like that, it's always, like, a roll of the dice if the person I'm talking to knows what the hell I'm talking about or not, and it's through nobody's fault, except for the fact that we have no standardization for what these terms mean. Kind of like last time I streamed when I mentioned mascot platformers, and I had to explain that there's like 2 definitions for what mascot platformer is. God, I love this game so fucking much. Oh, I never did do the top 3 thing. I was gonna do that. Okay, top 3 of... we're gonna start... Let's start with the 8-bit era. I probably won't do Master System because I don't feel like I played enough Master System games to do that. We'll just start with NES. Top 3 NES games for me personally. Mega Man 2 is number 1. I'm pretty sure about that. Then it gets tricky. I don't know. Mario 3 is probably up there pretty high. I really like Mario 3. That is definitely my favorite 2D Mario game. I don't know if I put it in top 3. I'd probably put Mega Man 3. Also, I really like the Mega Man 2 and 3. They're pretty close. I want to say Metroid, but I know that's not true because the original Metroid is a hard play. I want to say it, though, but if that game had a map, it would be so much better. They didn't have a map back then, though. What else would I put on there? So yeah, I'm definitely going to go Mega Man 2 and 2, then 3, because I like both of those games a lot. I feel like I'm missing a big one when it comes to... I'll think through my library here. Might be tempted to put the original Contra. I've played a shit ton of the original Contra. I really like that game. Let's go with that, unless I think of something... Unless I think of something else. Pretty sure I like Contra more than Mario 3. More action-oriented style for myself. Such a fucking noob trap back there, Konami. Jeez. Alright, top 3. Let's go Sega Genesis games, since that technically came out next. Top 3 Sega Genesis games for me personally. I'm gonna say number 1's Ristar. Ristar's such a great game. Ristar, then Rocket Knight Adventures. I might go with the original Golden Axe after that. It's either Golden Axe or Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I guess Sonic 3 and Knuckles has more replayability. And I do have a lot more nostalgia for it. Even though I have a lot of nostalgia for both of them. Okay. Top 3. Ristar, Rocket Knight Adventures, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Done. Super Nintendo. That's easy. Super Metroid is number 1. Link to the Past is probably number 2. Then, I feel like I'm forgetting a big one, the Super Nintendo. Good choice, I love Ristar. Oh, Ristar's so good. What do we do for number 3? I don't know. After Super Metroid: A Link to the Past, I don't know. I'm not as big of a Super Nintendo guy. Duh. I'm at the frickin' boss already? God, I am just... We're probably gonna end up beating this because I am doing the whole thing on autopilot right now. Probably because I played this game a million times. Hooray! That's okay. Hey, what's up? What's up, Stipky? How you do? Rizdar! Bubsy for the SNES. Okay, no. If we're gonna play Bubsy, it's gonna be the Genesis version because it's ever so slightly better because the frame rate's better. It's the hands. God, I feel like I'm missing like a very crucial Super Nintendo game that I absolutely love, but I am drawing a blank here. I don't know, because I can't think of anything else. Let's go with, like, I don't know, Contra 3? I guess I don't. I don't know. What are your all favorite Super Nintendo games? Maybe that'll jog my memory. Oh, I might die here. I have a better frame rate when the music slaps. The music's better in the Genesis version, though, my dude. What are you even on about? If I take another hit, I'm dead. Come on, die, please. Die, please. Thank you. Donkey Kong Country. No, I fucking hate Donkey Kong Country. That was a little strong. I strongly dislike Donkey Kong Country and always have. Always gotta get my priorities straight. I have my priorities straight. Genesis does, baby. I'm sorry, but I know we've had this discussion on stream before. But I gotta respectfully disagree there. I will also respectfully disagree. Even though you're wrong, Stipky. I don't know what it is, but it's... The music seems to be such a major, like the major divisive thing in the great console wars between the Genesis and the Super Nintendo. I just do not care for the chonkiness of the Super Nintendo music, and I never have. I also understand why people don't like the FM synthesis sound of the Genesis. I can understand that. But I can't understand why people prefer the Super Nintendo automatically, because it just sounds like everything's been squeezed through, like, I don't know, a bubbly fat ass to me. It just sounds so... I know that's a crass way to put it, but it just doesn't sound right for the most part. Like, even games I love, like Super Metroid and A Link to the Past, like I don't know, the audio production on them just... Yeah, I don't know. It's icky to me. There are exceptions. I mean, there are exceptions where there's like a multi-platform game. The Super Nintendo version is better, but I feel like that has nothing to do with the sound chip and more to do with whoever was composing the piece. The exception would probably be Donkey Kong Country's music. I don't get that chunkiness. Like, I keep going back to that word without really being able to describe what I mean. But if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Donkey Kong Country doesn't really have that. It's got a pretty clean sound compared to almost every other Super Nintendo game out there. And I think it's just because David Wise and Grant Kirkhope and the other guy whose name I forget were technical wizards with the SNES sound chip. Chrono Trigger, Super Mario Odyssey, Donkey Kong Country. Could not say between one or two. Chrono Trigger would probably be in my top 10. Probably my favorite JRPG, as I think I said last time. Oh, no, that's not true. Final Fantasy IX is. Probably my favorite classic JRPG combat system. That's probably true. Gotta thread the needle here. Gotta thread the needle here. I don't have many SNES games, and I don't revisit it much, but I'd probably say Super Mario World. Super Mario World, yeah. I'm not big on that one, as I've said before. I mean, I think it's great, don't get me wrong, but I think it's incredibly overrated at the same time. Super Mario Brothers 3 is so much better than Super Mario World. I do not understand why people even have any argument over those two, but I boot up Mario All-Stars more often than not. I mean, good choice. It's a great collection of games. The third composer was a woman, and her name was Evelyn Fisher. That is not who I was thinking of, but I am familiar with that name. No, Rare had another big composer in the 90s. I want to say his name was like Jonathan something. It was definitely a dude. Not that I'm trying to discount Miss Fisher here, but I'm not familiar with her work. But she probably worked on Donkey Kong Country, is what you're telling me. Which would make sense. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Oh, you're calling me wrong? Low blow man shots for real. I'm sorry. It's all in good fun, Stipkey. You're wrong, but in the way that, like, a puppy eating garbage is wrong. It's like, okay, I can't be mad at you because that's adorable. I'm kidding, man. Your opinion is absolutely just as valid as mine. I almost said invalid. Your opinion is just as valid as mine. But that's I don't know. I find that so interesting that when it comes to like the Great Console War, like sound is like such a big component of the disagreement over which is better, Genesis or Super Nintendo. And that's why the Great Console War will forever be the most fun console war, because the systems were different enough that people actually had good points on both sides of the discussion. I was talking with, I watched a video with Ryan the other day that was like, somebody took a video of a Kmart gaming department circa the year 2000, or 2002 rather. And they had on display like the GameCube, the PS2, and the Xbox. And it occurred to me that that was like the last generation where all three systems were amazing. Because the generation that followed that, the Wii sucked. Sorry, don't at me. The Wii sucked. The PlayStation 3 pretty much sucked. And the Xbox 360, while having the best library of the three, was pretty trash, physically. So that generation was kind of a bust. And then, last generation, why is Xbox even still here? It makes no sense, because pretty much every exclusive was on PC. PlayStation 4 was fine, I guess. And the Wii U was terrible. So, like, you know, I guess the PS4 was the winner of last generation, although it's a, you know, that's like saying your two opponents shot themselves in the face. Congratulations, you won. Woo! Good job, Sony. You won by default. And then I'm including the Switch as, I guess, part of this generation, even though it got a really early start. But, like, this generation, like, it's the Switch, you know. Its library is, like, the best. You know, PlayStation 5 has been out for almost 3 years now, and it still, like, hasn't really convinced me that it's worth buying yet. And again, Xbox is still here somehow. Why? Who buys Xboxes? Apparently a lot of people. Ow. Oh, man. Fucked up my timing. If you fuck up your timing on this early on, then you kind of get your ass kicked like the rest of the battle. Oh, shit. Will you die already? Jeez. There we go. I almost died. Fun. At Noa Lee. Just a creepy at Noa Lee blank text. How do you know I'm secretly a puppy eating garbage? Nice. Hey, Funky Arts, how you doing? How you doing? This week was something else I had. Something else in a good way or a bad way, because that would suck. I'm not a big Mario guy anyway, though I did play a lot of new Super Mario Brothers on DS as a kid. Nice. I always wanted to play Rocket Knight Adventures. Need a good Genesis emulator. I couldn't even tell you what I'm using. I'm using whatever comes as part of RetroArch, as part of the Steam Deck MU Deck program. I was in an Axel Rudy Pell concert on Monday. Hearing Johnny Giolis live was incredible. Oh, that reminds me. I got fucking Ween tickets for September right here in good old Madison, Wisconsin. Fuck yeah. I'm so excited. I think it's the first time they've ever come to Madison. And, man, am I excited. Get to see Ween finally. I've been a massive Ween fan for like 5 years now, and they haven't come anywhere near Wisconsin, so I'm excited. Genesis Twang versus SNES, bunch of poopy farts. Yes, I'm referencing your video. I forgot about that. It does kind of sound like a bunch of poopy farts, I'm sorry to say. I forgot about that. I do remember saying that now. I stand by that conclusion. Whoa! Oh, I died. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, what the hell? SNES beats Genesis for better sound alone. To say nothing of games like Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Mega Man, MK, like Mortal Kombat. I'll give you that post Mortal Kombat 2. Or post Mortal Kombat 1. Chrono Trigger, etc. Fight me, plebes. I will fight you. First of all, Donkey Kong Country is overrated. Super Mario World's overrated. Rocket Knight Adventures is amazing. Ristar is amazing. Got the best 16-bit Castlevania game with Bloodlines. Got the best 16-bit Contra game with Contra Hardcore on the Genesis. Bam, 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 bam. But you definitely got Genesis in the RPG department. I do like the Phantasy Star games. Well, I guess I haven't really played much of them. I appreciate the Phantasy Star games. You can't really beat the the collection of RPGs on the Super Nintendo, though. It's no contest there. I will concede that any day. But if you like shmups, they're much better on Genesis than they are on Super Nintendo. This is the part where everybody says, oh, but who likes shmups? I like shmups. I ended up killing myself there. Cool. Good thing they give you a 1-up here. I like how these bomb guys, when you hit them, they meow. Does anybody else hear that? Meow. I don't know who Johnny is, but he's apparently pretty popular. The console in their library had a personality. That is why people still hold the two consoles fondly. PS2 lost a lot of that personality since there was such a huge variety of games. Yeah, that's a good point. That is something that people don't mention with the PS2, is that it kind of had an identity crisis, like you were saying. But I should probably do this the way the developers are expecting me to do it, so I don't take a hit, but I like, doing things fast. Ow. Especially when I do them correctly, which I'm not doing. There we go. Balls, yeah, about the Ween tickets. I hope they play Ocean Man and The Mollusk. Man. There's so many songs I want them to play. Oh, fuck! Do I have to fight the boss again? Or the mini-boss again? I absolutely do, because I was too busy thinking about Ween. Damn it. Happens to me all the time. Yeah, it'll be interesting. So they're playing in Chicago the night before, and usually, and I'm hoping this is the case, because usually when they play a show back to back, they play all their hits the first night, and then they play all their weird stuff the second night. Damn it! And I'm such a massive Ween fan, I hope they're playing all their weird shit in the Madison show. As cool as it would be to see Ocean Man and the Mollusk live, I'd much rather them play like, I don't know, Right to the Ways and the Rules of the World, or Pork Roll, Egg, and Cheese, or She Fucks Me. All the weird stuff from the pod is basically what I'm saying. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's great. It's fine. The joys of being a Ween fan. I did it again. See, I've tried to speedrun this, but I shouldn't because it's just slowing me down. I died. Genesis was amazing for anything arcadey. Yeah, I agree. That's probably why I prefer action games these days more so than other stuff. Because that's what I grew up with. Johnny Joeli? Also known as lead singer of Crush 40. Oh, okay, I see. He was also in bands like Enemy Eyes and Hardline. Hardline Double Eclipse was his debut album. Nice. Okay, well, I guess I do know who that is. I just didn't know his name. I really wanted to fly to the States to see Three Doors Down in June, but since I'm saving for my Japan trip for next March, I wasn't going to be able to afford it. Johnny sang most of the Sonic vocal themes like Open Your Heart, Live and Learn, Sonic Heroes, I Am. Oh, that was Crush 40 that did I Am? I didn't know that. Or him. Maybe just him singing, not Crush 40 as a band. Huh, nice. I will say a bit of Streets of Rage on the Mega Drive is a good time. Oh, yeah, beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups are better on the Genesis. Damn it! Alright, I'm gonna have to focus up here. Get through this spot here. Focusing. Saying the word focusing means you're focusing, correct? Rocket Knight a possum or an opossum? Technically, I believe he's a possum. Even though I'm going to do this the correct way so I don't frickin' kill myself again. I believe in North America we have the opossum, and Sparkster is based on the Australian possum, the ringtail. I think it's called a ringtail because they're cuter. Actually, that might not be true because... No, I'm getting him confused. Ooh, I need to slap myself. I'm getting him confused with Awesome Possum here, who is absolutely based on the ringtail. So, yes, I think Sparkster is actually an opossum, now that I'm thinking on it. Because I'm pretty sure he's based on the North American possum, which I don't know how you got cute little Sparkster out of those ugly things, because they are horrifying, but... Sure, why not? Suppose you can make a cutesy anthropomorphic character out of anything if you try hard enough. Ow. Boink. Yeah. This might be my least favorite part of this whole game, right here, is this corridor. I'm actually doing pretty good. Just gotta have, like, perfect freaking timing on all of these. Ah. Where you get that. Damn it! Hey, there we go. Didn't do too bad. Yes, I call it the Mega Drive fight me. Oh, no, that's great. I actually prefer the term Mega Drive over Genesis, but... It's hard for me to not say Genesis since that's what I grew up calling it. If you say Genesis or Mega Drive, I know exactly what you're talking about. But like I said, I absolutely prefer Mega Drive over Genesis, but Genesis has such a strong, I don't know. It's attached to like my entire childhood, so there's no way I can't like by default say Genesis instead of Mega Drive. It's impossible for my American brain. If I remember correctly, you could just stand in the corner here and just keep mashing the button and you'll be fine. Yep. Not exactly the best design, but seeing as it took me 20 years to figure that out, I guess it's fine. Also, my little sister is back from France, and I am happy that she is here again because I missed her so much. Aw, nice. Glad to hear that. How to focus. Step 1. Focus. Indubitably. I'm pretty sure, now that we're talking about like whether Sparkster is based on the North American possum or the Australian possum, I'm pretty sure he's based on the American one, because I don't think Australian possums have the hanging from the tail thing. I think that's a North American possum thing, but I could be wrong. I do not know. We have at least one Aussie in the chat. You let me know, Aiden. Are possums known for hanging from their tails in Australia? The guy has the right opinion this time. He went out the beat 'em ups on the Genesis. But yeah, like you guys were saying earlier, anything that's arcadey is usually better on the Genesis. Anything that's more, I don't know, more console gamey is typically better on the Super Nintendo, with exceptions in both camps, but made in Australia, it's the Mega Drive, but I always call it Genesis because I've always heard it called that on YouTube. Nice. Yeah, that is interesting. It makes me wonder if Genesis is actually a better name for it, because the Genesis / Mega Drive was so much more popular in America than it was in the rest of the world. Like, it did okay in the rest of the world, but it fucking destroyed in America. And I wonder if the name change had something to do with that. Because, like, I talk about, like, Sega from a North American perspective, and I'm going to take a hit here. Shit. Ooh. From a North American perspective, Sega kind of sucks, except the Genesis. The Genesis absolutely freaking destroyed and just cleaned up, but every other system of theirs just really failed in North America. The Master System was a big hit in Europe, possibly even Australia, I don't know. Typically, Europe and Australia have a similar market going on at the same time, but I don't know. The Saturn was a huge bust here. The Sega CD was a huge bust here. I was like one frame off from death there. Nice. I probably should have dashed there. Oh well, I think I'll be fine. These guys will kill me instantly if I touch them. I'm pretty sure our possums don't do that. I've never seen it. They climb trees and scurry around across my back fence. Nice. I don't think they actually... I think it's something they can do, but I don't think it's something they actually do very often here in the US. I think that's just like mostly a myth. Because I died. North American possums have a prehensile tail, so they can like grip things with their tail. I don't know if that's true of Australian possums or not. So I think people extrapolated the idea that possums hang from their tails because of that. And I've definitely seen pictures of actual possums doing that, but I need a dash there. I don't know why I keep going in stupid slow. But I don't know, it's questionable if, like, you know, like a person, like, picked up a possum and put them on a branch like that, or if they naturally do that in the wild. I think that's up for some debate. I fucking died again. I appear to be slightly uneducated. What did I miss? I thought it was called the Genesis there. Oh, in Australia? Yeah, I'm pretty sure North America was the only place it was called the Genesis. But I think, like Aiden said, it was probably gets commonly called that. I don't know. I don't think we have any Brits in the chat, so this will probably be a fine thing to say, but Aussies aren't as persnickety about English, and their dialect as Britons are, the British are. You say, like, you know, something to an Australian person, they're like, oh, that's how you pronounce it? That's cool. But you say, like, I don't know, like, oregano is how, like, British people pronounce oregano. I don't know if that's true in Australia. Let me know, Aiden. But they, like, I don't know, there's just such a common, like, British thing to be like, those Americans pronounce it wrong. And usually Australians are just like, yeah, whatever, it's cool, man. Oh, that's funny. Just a thing I have noticed talking with people on the internet over the years. You call it a truck, it's a lorry. It's not trash, it's the bin. It's rubbish. Fight me now. What are we fighting about this time, Stipke? I'm not opposed to fighting, but I gotta know what I'm fighting for. I hit the wrong thing. Hey, what's up, Robello? How you do? How you do? Welcome to the party. We're playing Rocket Knight Adventures again, possibly? I feel like I streamed this a few months ago, but I don't know. Maybe I just played it. That does sound like me. Replaying games I've played a million times from my childhood? That doesn't sound like me at all. I hope nobody has epilepsy, because this level is kind of seizure-inducing if you look at those spike balls. For the love of God, don't look directly at the spike balls. Nah, I'm joking. I'm not British. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what we're fighting about. I see. I find it hilarious when British people refer to America as a breakaway British colony. I've heard British people say that several times. It's like, oh, certain breakaway British territories. Which kind of holds true for most of the world, since, like, you know, the British Empire was, like, the most widespread empire of all time. So you can pretty much say that to pretty much any English-speaking country, and it would be true. There's I forget his name. There's a YouTuber. Why do I keep doing that? I don't know. Oh, shit. I'm gonna... Hold on. I'm going to be a filthy casual and use a save state here, just so we don't have to replay this whole level if I die. I know, I'm horrible. You guys can slap me later. Stipke will fight me for using the save state, and I won't even feel mad because he's absolutely right. I mean, I have played this game a million times, but so it always seems easy when I play it, but then it's moments like this where I remember, oh, you know, this game's actually pretty damn hard. I'm just played it so much that it doesn't feel that hard anymore. God damn it. Save state. Thank you. This might be my second least favorite part of the whole game. At least this is kind of a nice challenge. Let's go up. Then we go back down. There we go there. Now we go back up. And then we go back down. And then we go horizontal. Hell yeah, excuse to fight, winner gets a Guinness. Ooh, I haven't had a Guinness in a long time. It does sound pretty good. I'm more of an IPA guy, but I do really like Guinness. There we go. Imposter, no, it doesn't need save states. What have you done with the real Noah? My god, I am Nega Noah. And I just use another save state. Oh god. Although I probably, no, actually, no, I gotta beat this whole level before I can stop using save states. Oh, I think I timed it wrong. Oh, nope, I got it. Okay. Somehow I got 2 1-ups doing that. I don't know how I did that. I don't remember picking up 1. Yeah, come at me, bro. Oh, crap. I fucked up the timing. Now it's gonna be a bitch. Son of a bitch. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Come after me, bro. Come on, you want to be Shadow the Hedgehog frickin' 10 years before Shadow was a thing? I hope you don't skip me a third time. I'm skipping the entire chat right now, Fungi. I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus up and beat this level. I will catch up with the chat here in a second. There's a lot of people on stream today. It's actually kind of difficult to keep up with everything. Ah! And I died. Damn it. Alright, let's pause while I finish my coffee. I'll catch up with the chat. You missed Noah being wrong about Bubsy having better music on Super. No, I said it had better music on Genesis. Don't put words in my mouth. Being wrong about Bubsy having better music on Genesis, which it does. That's something important to say. You should look it up. Sure. What, the Mario Maker thing? Mario Maker, I loved using the flamethrowers. Just look like it. Is that what I was supposed to read? Oh, I gotta go now. Sorry. Bye, Fungi. Enjoy spending time with your sis who just got home. Winner gets a Guinness. I read that already. He saved again. I know. I'm a filthy casual. Change Guinness to Bundaberg rum. Oh, not Jack Daniels. Bleh, bleh. Are we gonna fight about Jack Daniels now, Stipke? Do you like Jack Daniels? I don't. Jim Beam's tolerable. I don't know what Bundaberg? Never heard of that. You talk about colonies. My country changed management about 4 or 5 times before we got our king, and nobody calls us a colony, although we did have a hand in it afterwards. Nice. You silly individual. Aren't we all silly individuals at the end of the day? All with cola, obviously. I'm not much of a whiskey guy. I pretty much completely stopped drinking like 2 years ago. I used to be a daily drinker. That's why I did the Friday night beer and game things years ago. But I don't really... Oh, God, I fucked up. I just realized you might be able to jump over him there. I don't... The game would probably just kill me instantly, but... Oh, hey! Continues do work here. What do you know? Alright, let's get past this. We're, like, almost at the penultimate level. But I was never really big on whiskey. I did like the occasional scotch. So I get... Are you kidding me? I guess I liked scotch more than bourbon, as far as whiskeys go. I always thought Jack Daniels tasted like crap, but then again, I'm speaking primarily from drinking it straight, because that's kind of how I always preferred to drink hard liquor, was straight on the rocks. I fucked up again. Why is this so much harder to do when I'm streaming? This is ridiculous. I'm a vodka boy. Look at this filthy casual using his save states. I know. Cider is love. Cider is life. No, my go-to when I was an alcoholic was brandy on the rocks. I drank brandy every night for about 10 years straight. Way too much brandy. A ridiculous amount of brandy. It's quite good, though. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Come on, come on. Probably my third least favorite part of this game, because this boss is so fucking cheap. Brandy is okay. Drinking the wrong brandy, my dude. If you're drinking that Corbel shit, you're doing it wrong. Stuff is bad. The king of brandy's my ass. Get some E&J, brah. Or just like some in-house brandy. Usually in-house brandy's at like a distillery or where it's at. Or, are you kidding me? Go back to that save state there. I don't got time for this shit. Come on, man. One up. Go over here. Get in the thing. There we go. Jesus. I'm sweating. Oh, crap. I say this boss is cheap, but the giant mech fights in the Sparkster games are so much more cheap than this, especially in the Super Nintendo Sparkster. That boss is ridiculously bullshit. If I were to legalize a substance, I'd have chosen Mary Jane over booze, trying to avoid YouTube censors. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's based in California. Weed's legal there. Perhaps you could say that. I don't know. I'm going to talk about weed. I was hoping that we would play either Rascal or beat Jak and Daxter. Oh, we're definitely not going to beat Jak and Daxter. Or maybe play Crash Bandicoot 1, but never mind. Well, we might get some time. We don't have a game after this. What is Rascal? Rascal? That sounds familiar. I have been meaning to play through the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy after that poll I had this week that was like Spyro 2 versus Crash 2. I was very surprised that it was like a complete wash. Everybody said Crash 2 was the better of the two, and I was very surprised by that because, I don't know, I'm more of a Spyro guy, and I thought that most people preferred Spyro over Crash, but maybe I'm wrong. Just always seemed that way to me. And I've never... I mean, I've played quite a bit of the original Crash Bandicoot, but I've never beaten it. And other than that one time we played it on stream, I have never played Crash 2. Actually, no, I guess I have played it before, but I very little. And I've never even touched Crash 3, I know that for a fact. So I was thinking I should probably take the time to do that. Because, I don't know. It just seems like a thing to do. Especially since, you know, I really like 3D platformers and all that. And those are like 3 very important 3D platformers. Here's a question for you guys. How do you feel when games completely switch their genre for a level or two like this? So, like, this suddenly turned in... This whole level is a shmup level. And I don't mind it. I really like it. But in other games, I've totally had the experience where it's like, oh, great, they're doing a thing that's different from what I want from the game. I'm struggling to think of other examples here, but... Compensating. Come here, Axel. Go back to Guns N' Roses, bitch. Ow. I guess if it's done well, it's really nice to, switch up the genre, like, especially at this point in the game, since, like, you know, it's such a different... It's so late in the game, like, you've had plenty of time with the other controls. It's a nice change of pace. Boss time. Certified seltzer moment. Retron. If I had to choose a legal substance, I chose Pepsi because everyone finds it taboo. Pepsi. Pepsi is taboo. Coke is way better. May I'd approve of the fiber applications at the very least, referring to the MJ thing. That is, there's potential for material. Oh, there's a lot of potential for hemp products. I mean, it's the same plant. It's just bred for different purposes. But yeah. Oh my God, there's so many things you can do with hemp. Plastics, cloth. You can make fuel out of it, like camp fuel. You probably could make like a combustible material for like an automobile, but that I feel like that hit detection was a little off personally, but okay. Save state. I feel like with how big electric cars are coming, that technology will probably never take off, because why would you invest in burning another fuel when we have come so far with electric vehicles? But yeah, I don't know. I used to smoke weed a lot, but not anymore. Got me off alcohol. About 4 years of smoking that got me off the alcohol, which I absolutely needed to do, because even though I wasn't getting drunk on a daily basis, I was kind of an alcoholic. I was one of those alcoholics that I don't get drunk, so therefore I'm not an alcoholic. Well, sorry, sorry, past Noah, but could absolutely be an alcoholic and not get drunk. That doesn't excuse you. If you can't go a day without a drink, you're a fucking alcoholic. And I couldn't until I started smoking weed. And then after a few years of that, I'm like, I don't like this anymore. So now I don't do anything other than the occasional beer or occasional glass of wine. And it's fine. But I also don't really like this heavy weed culture that's appearing in America in particular right now. Because it's, you know, becoming legal in almost every state, or it's gonna be legal in every state eventually. Slow in some parts of the country, like the Midwest here. There's now like such a big weed culture and people that probably shouldn't be smoking are getting into it because it's, the trendy thing to do. And there's so much high-potency THC products, so many high-potency THC products on the market. People are having lots of anxiety issues and panic attacks and stuff like that. Ow. And I don't know, I just feel like it's, in a way, it should be normalized because it's certainly better than alcohol, but at the same time, it's not a perfectly safe drug either. And I feel like people don't properly respect it for how powerful it can be, especially edibles. Edibles are insane. You can hallucinate if you have a high dose of edibles because it gets converted into a hallucinogenic substance by your liver when you eat it as opposed to smoking it. And I'm not against that. People should be able to do that. I'm just saying, because it's so popular, people go into it with the wrong mindset and don't properly educate themselves because, like alcohol, it's so commonplace these days, in my country at least. Not in most of the world. But I mean, that's kind of like that's the double-edged sword of legalization. On the one hand, it's good because people aren't demonized for doing substances that they would probably end up doing anyway, but on the other hand, it becomes so commonplace that it's hard to talk about something objectively without people, mostly heavy pot smokers, freaking out and saying, no man, that's not true. It's good for everybody all the time, and that's just not true. And for a while, it was good for me. It's not anymore. It's bad for me now that I've worked through issues that I needed to work through. But once I did that, it needed to go because it became starting to become an issue in and of itself, if that makes sense. This is the return of the space safe state. Did you just say Coke is better than Pepsi? Oh my God, Stipke, Jesus Christ. Do we have to disagree on it? Yes, Coke is so much better than Pepsi. Oh my God, Pepsi is just disgusting. Ugh. Another disagreement. Today I learned you can be bad at being an alcoholic. True. Apparently I was a bad alcoholic. Drunk half a beer and never touched it again. Nice. Beer tastes like urine. See, that's the thing though, Aiden. If you drink it, I know it tastes like piss for everybody at first, but if you drink about 30 of those piss-tasting beers, then it starts to taste good, strangely. Genre switching for a level depends. Mid-game, no issue to switch things up. Final level, like Star Fox Adventures, oh, good example. Not so much. It defeats the purpose of getting good at the game's main focus. Oh, I absolutely agree with Star Fox. Star Fox Adventures, like that pissed me off back in the day because I actually kind of liked that game, but then all of a sudden it switched to like typical Star Fox, which is, better in a way because that's what the series is built on, but the fact that it just came out of nowhere and didn't fit the rest of the game, yeah, that was pretty off-putting. Kind of turned into a Rocket Knight stream, didn't it? That's the joy of retro game hopping. You never know what you're gonna get. What a wrong opinion. Man. You and I need to sit down and have a talk and hash things out. Next, you're going to tell me the Star Wars prequels are better than the original trilogy. I mean, Star Wars kind of sucks all around, in my opinion, but yeah, except Empire Strikes Back. That's pretty great. Yeah, there we go. One more level. Are you guys talking about American beers? Because, wow, we're a nation of casual drinkers, but we don't have nearly the issues you're describing. Okay. Yeah, What do you mean about American beers? Because the world has this somewhat right, somewhat wrong opinion on American beers. Because it used to be the case that American beers were trash. And popular American beers like Budweiser, Busch Light, Miller Lite, or Miller, whatever, are absolutely horrendous. Any mainstream beer in America is trash. No arguments there. However, we have the best frickin' craft beers in the world, and I will fight anybody on that. You get like a small-time brewer, oh, we got the best beers in the world then, but they aren't the popular beers, so. So that opinion is on American beers is both right and wrong. We have both the best beers in the world and the worst beers in the world. But even like a standard beer in like Germany is going to outclass a standard beer in America every single time. But you take like a craft beer against like a standard German beer, and the craft beer is probably going to win. But then you take a craft German beer, that's going to be a hell of a fight, because you can't go wrong with either. They're both delicious. Actually, Australian beers are something I used to drink a lot, like Foster's, which I don't think is very well respected in Australia, but as far as, like, you know, compared to the piss water we have here in America, it's fantastic. Question, Noah, what comes to your mind when thinking of Australian beer? Foster's, wow. Weird that we just had that same wavelength there. I happened to bring up Foster's right as you you said that. I mean, Foster's is Australian for beer, according to their tagline, at least here in the U.S. So, there's another Australian beer I used to drink. I forget what it was called. But it was definitely Foster's. They had a massive marketing push here in America. And you could also, like, pretty much at every gas station, you could get, like, a gigantic can of Foster's for, like, $3. It was always super cheap, and compared to, like, a similarly priced American beer, it always had, like, 3 times the flavor. I mean, you need a very civil conversation on social media to talk this out. OG Star Wars is great. Prequel trilogy, meh, except 3 sorta. 3 had a pretty good fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin at the end, but that's about it. The rest of it was pretty crap. Might be a genetic thing. You're picking up taste or not picking up taste, what other people do. Oh, like, how I can't stand cilantro, but people keep telling me that cilantro's delicious, and I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Although, I don't have that gene, so, like, apparently 40% of the population of European-descended people, so people that are mostly German, like I am, have a gene that makes cilantro taste like soap. It doesn't taste like soap to me, but it tastes absolutely awful, and I've had my genetics done through 23andMe, and I don't have that gene. So it shouldn't taste like, it doesn't taste like soap to me, but I think it's fucking disgusting nonetheless. But I don't know, I have so many friends that are like, oh man, I fucking love cilantro, it's so good. I don't know how many times I've gone over to like somebody's house, or we'd do D&D and somebody would make like guacamole and I couldn't eat it because they just put a pile of cilantro in it. But that very well could be a thing, like, you know, why some people don't like beer or why it tastes like piss to you. Maybe you just drink the wrong kind of beer. That could be too. Try drinking a stout. Bow, 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 bow. Bulmers is the way to go. Is that an Australian beer? I'm not familiar with that one. Ow. Oop. I forgot his attack pattern. That always bodes well. Oh yeah, let's go down here, wait till he fires his thing, and go way the hell up here. Then back down. That's right. Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. Oh, I fucked up. Damn it! Uh-oh, I'm gonna die again. Oh, never mind, I got him. Woo! Did you know there is a Facebook page devoted to hating cilantro? They write haikus. I didn't know that. I have heard there is a website called fuckcilantro.com that I've been aware of for a while. That's amazing. They write haikus. I don't know what it is about this background, but I've always loved it. Like, it just... There's something so interesting about this background and the way it scrolls to me. Foster's, from what I've heard, is the bottom of the barrel. You risk getting looks if you go to above and order Foster. That's what I thought. I figured it was pretty bottom of the barrel in Australia, but it's like it's a well-respected cheap-ass beer here in America because it's the price of like a Budweiser, but it's so much better than a Budweiser. Actually, I haven't had it in a long time because I haven't seen it for sale, but Moosehead, which is a Canadian beer, that's one of my favorites, like as far as lagers go. Like I said, I'm more of an IPA guy, but as far as lagers go, like, I always really liked Moosehead. My dad used to drink that when I was younger. But I have not seen it for sale for a long time, so I don't even know if they still make it. Oh, now it's an Irish cider? Ah, I see. My father can't stand Brussels sprouts. My sister can't stand onions. Me and my mom, we love both. The veggies, I mean. Nice. Yeah, I never thought Brussels sprouts were all that bad. I mean, they're not my favorite thing in the world, but... And I always like onions, too. I cannot eat guacamole because I'm intolerant to avocado, which is sad because I love avocado taste, but eating it makes it hard to breathe, so I prefer to live over avocado. That's a good choice, I gotta say. Breathing is probably more important than avocado, but I feel for you. Avocado is one of those things that hurts my stomach, which is why I'm on a mostly carnivore, meat-only diet these days. But I really like guacamole. But I also don't like, stomach pain either, so there's that. This is the final boss. He's kind of a pain in the ass. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and I'm not doing very well. Son of a bitch. Bouncy motherfucker. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, will you hit him? We're off to a great start here. Glad I used that filthy casual save state button. I quite disagree with those opinions today. I don't know what it is. Well, the good thing about me is I have a lot of opinions, so I'm sure there's plenty of stuff we agree on. We've just been hitting all the stuff we disagree on today. Brown onions, black, red onions are life. Save state. The aesthetic save state. Nope, why did I jump? I shouldn't have jumped there. I should jump here. Aha! I'm gonna die anyway, because I have half a heart left. Playing Marvel's Spider-Man, and I am using a Christmas suit for Spider-Man. Oh, shit. That's okay. I knew that was going to happen. A lot of wrong opinions. Ah. You just got to get on my swag level there, Stippy. Once you're on my swag level, you'll start seeing things clearly. Skill issues. I am half as good at video games when I'm streaming. No question there. I mean, the fact that I could at least get to the final boss of Rocket Knight Adventures while streaming and talking about marijuanas, I think that's, you know, pretty respectable. This is a pretty difficult game. Granted, I've played it a million times, so it doesn't really count, but it's mostly muscle memory that's carrying me through here, because I am not paying very close attention to what I'm doing. Time to put on my Christmas playlist. Nice. Always a good time for Christmas. I feel like I would like Christmas more if it was an every other year thing. Seems like it comes around. I mean, I do like Christmas, but it just occurs too frequently. Or actually, you know what? Better yet, if Christmas started like the week before Christmas and not before Halloween like it does here in America, I would probably like it a lot more. But it's like the second, like, the last week of October hits. If you're lucky, the second Halloween is over, then Christmas starts. And it's ridiculous. Oh shit, I fucked up. Damn it! Just keep spamming that same attack, why don't you, you butt ass? You're right, we need it every weekend. Every weekend. Oh my god, that would be ridiculous. America must have crappy beer if they like Foster's. Crappy cheap beer. Crappy mainstream beer. Absolutely. No, America's like most popular beer is Budweiser, which is absolute trash. It's disgusting. My dad isn't huge on beer, but on the odd occasion he has one. My brother loves Great Northern. He's a beer guy. I'm just weird. Nah, you just got different things you're into. Oh god, Christmas trees. I give you +1 respect for playing a game about a rat with a fat backpack while talking about the wacky tobacco. Nice. I needed that. I mean, Tim Burton kind of screwed the pooch on that one. Stupid Pumpkin King mixed with it. Oh, mixed vibes on Christmas, to be honest. Some recent developments changing the overall outlook on it. Uh-oh. Did Tim Burton get canceled recently and I didn't hear about it? Is that what you're talking about? Budweiser, exactly. Yes. Oh, geez, now Stipke's going to war with Aiden, too. Damn. Man's out for blood today. I respect that. Uh-oh. Shit. Son of a bitch. I wonder how many times people have gone to a bar and ordered a Budweiser. Ah, damn it. I always forget he does his ring attack, and then he does that. There we go. Come on, Mr. Big Man. Damn it! I'm gonna get you. Come on. Come after me, bro. There we go. Now he's gonna do this stupid thing. He spams the same attack a million times, which is my absolute favorite. It's code for the developers gave up. I did it, though. Boosh. Hey, we actually beat Rocket Knight Adventures. Or did we? I'm using a save state here because if I die in this next part, we gotta do that whole boss over. I'm not gonna. Can I use energy drinks, or is that cheating? I even disagree with my own self for my old name and PFP? I don't know what PFP is. They don't play All I Want for Christmas at my funeral. I ain't dying. Nice. No, just one Christmas film that, kind of inspired the whole aesthetic is getting a sequel? What? They're making a sequel to Nightmare Before Christmas? Is that what you just told me? One Christmas film. I feel like I need to vent, but I can't yet, hoping it turns out okay. But also, signs point to no. You just told me they're making a sequel to Nightmare Before Christmas, right? I do not like this idea. This is a bad idea. Please do not make this. I hope I'm misunderstanding what I just read, because that's a perfect film. Do not ruin it with a sequel. And it's probably going to be, like, it better fucking be stop motion if they do. If they freaking make a crappy CGI bullshit out of the Nightmare Before Christmas, I am going to hurt someone. Bastards. Don't fuck with me, Tim. I'm realizing now how strongly I feel about The Nightmare Before Christmas. It is one of my favorite movies. Yay, we beat the game! Woo! Oh no, oh thank God! Oh, freaking breaking my heart there. No, not Nightmare Before Christmas. That one only got a manga. Well, that's different. Different Christmas film. One that was kind of influential on a personal level. I have no idea what you're talking about then. Thank God there's not going to be another Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, right now Disney is doing a sequel to everything, or making crappy live action. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I hate that Disney's doing that, but those movies make a shit ton of money, so you can't hardly blame them. What's next? Nightmare Before Easter? Nice. Been wanting to make stop motion again. Sadly, my mental health has made that impossible for the last decade. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my God, I'm gonna slap you live coil. Freaking Nightmare Before Christmas is okay. Okay! Oh. Stipke, do you also, like, think that... Are you gonna disagree with me on this, too? Nightmare Before Christmas is, like, such a fantastic movie. Sorry for the heart attack there. The comic book they made of Nightmare was nice, though. Great story. Really gave Sally more character. Yeah, I don't have a problem with, like, that, but don't be making sequels to, like, movies like that. Come on. I mean, if they would have made a sequel, like, back in the day, it would have been one thing, but, like, it's been so many years and it's such a classic now, like, God, that would just ruin it. I agree. Yes, we agree on something. All right, Stimke, jump on live coil. Jesus. Okay. What the hell? Yeah, see? Oh, it's better during the Halloween Town segments. Things falter when it gets to the Christmas part. Feel the same about The Lion King. After Mufasa passes, the movie goes downhill. No, I really like the Timon and Pumbaa segments, and I have much less attachment to The Lion King than I do Nightmare Before Christmas, but I think I don't know, I think The Lion King's pretty solid from start to finish. Lewis Hamilton is muy bueno. I don't know who Lewis Hamilton is. Never watched Nightmare Before Christmas? Oh, man. Well, there's your homework, Retron. Here we go again. Wait, never heard of it. Are we still talking about Nightmare? There was going to be a sequel in the early 2000s, but Tim Burton put a stop to it before they did. Thank God. I've pretty much lost all respect for Tim Burton these days because he hasn't made a good movie since, like, I don't know, Sweeney Todd? That's probably his last good movie. I don't even... You should make a Jack Skellington puppet, Noah. I mean, that'd be fun, but if I'm going to make a puppet, it's going to be one of my own characters. Oh, we were just disagreeing about Monster flavors. Oh, well, I'll disagree with you both. Monster's fucking gross. I used to drink Nas and Red Bull. I was a Red Bull guy. Now I think all energy drinks are pretty gross. I'm glad Tim Burton put a stop to that. Okay, what are we playing next? We're going to play something. And I didn't write it down. Something that Romello wanted me to play. It wasn't Beat Jack and Daxter. Oh, we were going to play Crash 1. That's what it was. Let's play some Crash 1. Since I want to get into the trilogy some more anyway. Tim Burton's pinnacle is Edward Scissorhands and Ed Wood. Ooh, Ed Wood's really good, yeah. Edward Scissorhands is really good too. PlayStation, where are you? PlayStation? Did I go past it? PlayStation? There we go. Gran Turismo. Crash. Oh yeah, I did put Croc on here. I think Fungi wanted me to play that, but Fungi's not on here anymore. What the fuck? Nights into Dreams ended up on... I must have copied and pasted a rogue folder into this file. Nights into Dreams on PlayStation, everyone. Did you know that? Me either. Crash Bandicoot. Watch me get my ass kicked. Red Bull. Red Bull. There we go. Here we go. It will give you a very civilized lesson through some random social media about how wrong you are about Mango Loco. Oh, man. You know a fuck, marry, kill, Peach, Zelda, Samus. Oh, man. I don't know if I've ever played this game. Fuck, marry, kill. I don't know. I'm gonna say kill Samus, only because I respect her as a warrior, and if I were to kill her, I would be, pretty badass. But she'd probably kill me, because she's Samus. I guess I would probably... I'd probably do Peach and marry Zelda. There we go. I feel slightly uncomfortable with this game. Let's play some Crash Bandicoot. Riddle me this, Noah. What's your opinion on the bass guitar? Bass is better than regular guitar. Don't at me. I play bass. I fucking love bass. There's nothing better than a funky bass line. You can give me all your screaming guitars and everything, but it's all a show. Anytime you hear somebody just shredding on a guitar, unless they're playing like a classical guitar, they're really not doing much. It's not very impressive. Because it's mostly like distortion pedals and effects that are making their stuff sound good. Sorry, but it's true. But if they're playing like a classical guitar or like even an acoustic guitar, and they're like, you know, shredding on that, that's how you know they're legit. But if they're just using an electric guitar, I don't know. They could be a technical wizard, but the fact that you don't have to work very hard when you can apply a shit ton of effects and make it sound good, yeah, I don't know. But then again, I guess there's something to be... I'm great at Crash Bandicoot. This is why I've played all these games a million times. I don't know. I guess there's something to be said because a lot of like really good bass lines are really simple too. So like technical proficiency doesn't necessarily equal good music. Otherwise, we'd all be listening to like Dream Theater, and nothing against Dream Theater, but just not a big technical guy. So I retract my previous statement about electric guitar being too easy, because a lot of really, really good bass lines are easy as fuck to play too. So I just really like that low end, you know, slap sound, or I really like, I can't do it worth a crap because I'm not very good at playing bass, but percussive finger style in bass sounds so freaking cool. I wish I was better at that. It's like where they like do like slap techniques in addition to like slapping the side of the acoustic bass they're playing on. And it just has such a funky beat to it. I think I like bass more because I enjoy the rhythm of a song more than the melody. And that's kind of, bass is mostly a rhythm instrument. So yeah, that's my opinion on bass guitar. It's amazing. So, what's the verdict? I play bass as bass is bass. Hey, we agree on something else. Woo! Oh man, give me some freaking Victor Wooten or some Jaco Pastorius or some Geddy Lee or brain fart, Primus. I can't think of his name. Les Claypool. Yeah, I went and saw Primus once. God damn, they freaking rocked the house. They were so good, the audience started screaming, "Primus sucks," and I was one of them. It was a magical moment. We got the TNT. I'm not going to bother getting all the boxes. Is there... Okay, here's something I've never understood about Crash Bandicoot. Are you supposed to take the time to get all the fucking boxes? Because that's so tedious in these games. Because at, like, the end of the level, they say, "Good job, but you missed however many boxes," right? Which implies that you're supposed to collect them all. But collecting all the boxes is a pain in the ass and kind of ruins the flow of the game. So why would you want to do that? Bass is cooler, no doubt. Geddy Lee is goated. Right? I know. Last summer, I was considering going to that South Park 25th anniversary show that they did in Red Rocks, Colorado, because Ween and Primus were playing, and I'm like, oh man, those are like two of my favorite bands. And then I'm like, no, I don't really care enough about South Park. Nothing against the show. I do like it, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world. Like, I don't care enough about South Park to go all the way across the country for something like that. I'd rather just go to like a Primus and Ween concert. And I'm glad I didn't end up going because, like, Primus played, like, 4 of their own songs, and Ween played 2 of their own songs. And then the rest of it was, like, South Park songs, which I suppose it was a South Park show, so that makes sense. But, you know, oh, God, I got the bonus round. But what I was going to say is motherfucking Rush showed up for one song, and they played Closer to the Heart, which kind of sucked because it was their first performance since Neil Peart died. But just the fact that, like, oh, cool. So Ween and Primus and Rush, like, my top 3 favorite bands, are all on stage at the same time playing Closer to the Heart. Son of a bitch, I wish I would have went. Just for that. As core instruments of hard rock, I love both. Good point. Let's do a save. What am I? Oh. That's a save slot. Gotcha. Fun fact, did you know Crash Bandicoot was the first video game character to use Vectrix animation? He has no skeletal rig. This allows him to wacky cartoon animations like being flattened or inflated. Oh, I did not know that. This was a technical marvel back in 1996. Not bad for a Sonic's ass game, which is now what I'm calling 3D platformers, thanks to my recent research. Good old Sonic's ass game. Fuck, I suck at this game, Jesus. Well, and it was such a smart design choice on Naughty Dog's part to lock the camera so you didn't have the wiggly graphics that other PlayStation games have because of the system's lack of perspective correctness. Worst part of Crash are the boxes. It'd be like Super Mario 64 judging you for collecting 142 coins out of 143. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that reminds me of when I was trying to get, way back in the day, when I was trying to get an A rank in every level in Sonic Adventure 2. There was a way to cheese it. If you collected every ring in the level, you got an automatic A, regardless of how much you got your ass kicked or how long it took you. But so some levels that I was like, what the fuck? There we go. Wow, this is kind of shitty control, actually. Holy fuck. So some of the levels that I was really I was really struggling with, like for the longest time, I could not get an A rank in the hard mode of Metal Harbor. And so I'm like, I got so lucky there. That box almost crushed me. Yeah, I could not for the life of me get an A rank in Metal Harbor, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just collect every ring in the level. And I find out that it's impossible because there's 200 rings, or there's 199 rings, but there's supposed to be 200 of them. So it's impossible to get all of the rings in that level. And I'm like, oh, well, that was a waste of a half hour of running around trying to collect every single ring. I did eventually do that. Got an A rank in every single level in that game to unlock Green Hill Zone, and it totally wasn't worth it because it's a terrible version of Green Hill. But, it was pretty neat. Oh, God! Okay, my dude, chill. You gotta get all the boxes without dying once for gems. They changed that for the better in the Insane trilogy. You gotta get all the boxes without dying once for gems. What are gems? What are these gems you speak of? Is that an important item? Or is that an extra item? Is that the collectible in this game that I've never seen before because I've never bothered to get all the boxes in a level? Oh my god. I do not like these guys. Come on, jump up there. Oh, shit. Son of a bitch. Okay, that works too. Whoa! Hey, plumber boy, your worst nightmare has arrived. That was a great commercial. Oh, crap. I probably should have jumped on that turtle to get that mask. Son of a bitch. Crash Bandicoot. Son of a bitch. Just, don't you have anything better to do than hit me with your frickin' shield? Jerk. Frickin' jerk face McGee over here. Son of a bitch! Yeah, oh, I read that. Hey guys, I heard a lack of correctness. What are we doing? Oh, I said lack of perspective correctness. That's the feature in, damn it, I did it again, in video game consoles, so that when you turn the camera, the textures don't, like, freak the hell. Oh, actually, perspective correctness might be a different thing. Texture warping. Yeah, I'm right. It's called perspective correctness. It makes it so your textures don't jiggle when you turn the camera. But because the camera is locked in Crash Bandicoot, the textures don't jiggle because it's not actually, the camera's not actually rotating. It only ever moves in 2 dimensions. So that's how the Crash team got around that. Whereas in Spyro, if you turn the camera, you can see how wiggly all the textures get, and most games on the PlayStation just dealt with it because they they're just like, we want to make this kind of game, and the only way to do it is to put up with wiggly textures, so we're gonna do it. Boingy, 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 boingy. But that was one of the reasons, like, the N64, that was one of the things the N64 had over the PlayStation, was it had perspective correctness, so, like, you didn't get the jiggly textures when you move the camera in, like, Mario 64. Is it like anisotropic, I've never been able to pronounce that word. Anisotropic filtering. I hate that word. I don't actually know what that does all that much, to be honest. I'm really not sure what. I think that just increases, like, the clarity of the textures at the cost of performance, but don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. A ranks are hard, but I've gotten all 5 in Metal Harbor and City Escape and haven't done 100% though. I'm not good enough to do that. I spent like a year on and off trying to do that when I was younger, and I eventually did it, but yeah, some levels it was really easy to do in, but other levels it was like ridiculous. Especially like the levels with Knuckles and Rouge were like a roll of the dice. Oh, you can jump over that. There's more over there. I missed it. Anisotropic anisotropic. I don't know. Your breakdown didn't help me. I think. We had some Bandicoot hanging around our yard years ago. Mom's cat got so many so many paralysis ticks that week. Paralysis ticks? I've never heard of that. Survived them all. I think he developed an immunity to them. He's 15 in August. Old kitty. Dang. Oh, goody. It's one of the best levels in Crash Bandicoot where the camera's pointing the wrong direction. These are always great. Said no one ever. Wow! Doop boop boo doo boo doo boop boop boo boop boop boo boo doo doo doo. And you gotta get all the boxes without dying to get these gem things? Fuck that shit. That is a change for the better that you were talking about in the Insane Trilogy. Okay. Gotta get all them Wumpa fruits. Are Wumpa fruits like coins? You get an extra life if you get 100 of them? I don't even remember. How do lives work in this game anyway? It has a save feature. It's like Donkey Kong Country where like you just lose like a handful of levels. I do not remember. Clearly not a Crash Bandicoot guy. I would like to change that though. Oh, are you kidding me, you son of a bitch? Knuckles and Rouge have set locations for emeralds. There's just a lot of them, so it's always a roll of the dice. You can learn them. Yeah. You can learn them a bit. Yeah, that's what I was going to say about that. It was always a roll of the dice, like what your loadout was with those levels. Like some of them, like in Meteor Herd, which I think is the Knuckles space level. There's like, I remember when trying to A rank that level, there was a specific loadout that was probably technically possible to get an A rank in, but it was like nearly impossible. So like every time I saw like this one, like it was one of the emeralds that was like way up high, and I don't remember the exact setup, but it was like as soon as I saw like the hints for that, I knew that there was like basically zero chance of me getting an A rank for that. So like I just restarted the level. But yeah, I mean, I definitely had the locations memorized for like every Emerald Shard location in those. And I think you also got more points if you didn't use hints, if I'm remembering correctly. Because it was all about the points. That was probably the last time damn it! Probably the last time I ever cared about getting points in a game was when I was trying to A rank everything in Sonic Adventure 2. I actually had like a, it was like a 200-page like FAQ that somebody wrote on like GameFAQs that I printed out on the school's computer, or on the school's printer, and took home with me, so I knew like the exact like, oh son of a bitch, I'm gonna die again. Ah! Can't fuck up even once. But like, so I knew the exact point values that you needed to get for each level in order to get an A rank. And the guy, like, it didn't need to be like 200 pages long, but because it was like the guy put way too many spaces in the document for GameFAQs, like it turned out that way, and I didn't either. Damn it, I did it again! Ah! Guy either I either didn't know or didn't care enough to like reformat it. So I'm just like, I'll just print it on the school's printer, it'll be fine, and just printed out this massive document and somehow got away with it. Because you're only supposed to be using the school printer for school-related activities, you know? None of that video game type stuff. Oh god, I fucking did it again. Why do I feel like I need to jump there? Like, I see the little ledge that I'm walking off of, and my brain goes, you need to jump, because you're gonna get stuck on that. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. I mean, jump there, but don't jump in that one spot. Don't jump here, don't jump here, jump here, jump here. Jump here, move over here so you don't get hit on the box. Are you fucking kidding me? God! Am I missing something? Do you go faster when you spin? Is there a run button? No. Okay. I know I've gotten past this level before, so this isn't even like noob luck. I've played this before. Ooh, love that didgeridoo blast in the background there. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Doop, boo, 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 boo. Yeah, we're cooking now. Oh, yeah. Follow the Wumpas. God, that segment was so much easier. Oh, we're not done yet. Never mind. I might eat my words. Ugh. Just fucking brutal. Get it. Yeah. Yeah, that section was so much easier for some reason. This game's called Sonic's Ass Game. Are you sure that's not the name of an 80? Not the name of 80% of Sonic games. Yeah, so Naughty Dog, during the development of this game, in-house they were referring, because the term 3D platformer hadn't been coined yet, they were calling, people asked what kind of game they were making, and they said it's a Sonic's ass game, because, in reference to the fact that if Sonic was in 3D, you'd be looking at his ass the whole time you were playing. So yeah, that was what they lovingly referred to as Crash Bandicoot, as a Sonic's ass game, before 3D platformer was a term that got coined. Kind of the amount of bonus points depends on how fast you find the piece you need. I don't know the exact time frames, but 2,000 is the highest. Oh, right, and Sonic Adventure. I could have sworn, like, you got more points if you use fewer hints, but I might be remembering that wrong. You would know. You're the Sonic guy, so I shall trust your judgment. I am probably remembering it wrong. I'm really surprised I haven't gotten into these games, because this seems like it's right up my alley, but for some reason I just never have taken the time to sit down and play these with any amount of seriousness. Because I really like 3D platformers, and I really like challenging games, and that's exactly what Crash Bandicoot is. Ow, damn it, I should have spun there. Using hints will drop the bonus points down a level, so you can use hints and get an A rank, but you still need to be quick. Oh, okay. So I'm partially remembering wrong. Wow! Do you know that Crash mostly has no texture on his body? It's mostly corner colors? Corner colors? Oh, from like all the vertexes they use, you mean? Or I guess I don't understand enough about the graphical style that they use. What'd you call it? Vectrex graphics? Doop boop. I know it looks quite good. This game really holds up graphically. Kind of another reason I'm against graphical remakes. Back on that topic for the millionth time. Kind of makes me sad that like the Insane trilogy and the Reignited trilogy for Spyro and Crash and Spyro, like both of those games hold up so well graphically, especially Crash. Crash is beautiful. Like why? Okay, I thought that fish was way farther ahead of me than it actually was. That's a problem I have with... That was my fault. That's a problem I have with these games, is the depth. I have less trouble with it in this than that one M&M's game we played a few weeks ago. That I was really having a hard time discerning, like, the... discerning the depth of where stuff was at. This isn't as bad, but that fish keeps catching me off guard up ahead. I gotta keep that in mind. Boing, boing, boing. Wow! So with 137 mods, it takes 5 to 10 minutes for the initial load of Stardew Valley, and after that, everything runs well for now. Nice. Vexter animation, where you animate the vertex of the model, as opposed to the polygons? Question mark? I guess they do give you a life here that I should probably keep picking up. Bam. Interesting. I'm not really familiar with how that works out. I don't know enough about video game graphics and how they are animated. I mean, I guess I know what a vertex is, so you're telling me that they're animating the vertexes themselves as opposed to like planes and polygon groups, which makes sense because you said it doesn't have a skeleton, which is what you typically animate, and usually the polygons and vertexes move around the skeleton. So I guess intuitively I understand what's going on there, but hey, we got a checkpoint. Look at that. Oh, we got a bonus. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go. I need to sleep. Later, buddy. Thanks for the stream. You bet. Have a good one, Aiden. See you next time. Good night, everyone. Bye, Raichu Wiz. Now everybody's leaving. Almost midnight. Gotta go to bed before I turn into a pumpkin. Bye, Raichu Wiz. Thanks for coming out, bud. I'm gonna keep jumping on some stuff here. I'm not gonna bother getting all the boxes. Except I can't get this one. There we go. Ah, that's how you rack up all the lives. You gotta go to those bonus stages. There we go. 11% complete. Woo! Upstream. I gotta say, I am enjoying this, even though I am getting my ass kicked. Is that just how these games go? Are you just supposed to suck at them? What are those things on the side? Huh. All right. Just wonder what those. Oh, are those the gems that Aiden was talking about? Maybe like after you get all the boxes. Papu Papu. Is this a boss? Was this the first boss? I remember this boss. Yes. Just some random dude's hut. He's like, ah, what the fuck? Ow. Ah. Ah. I don't remember what to do. Hit him from behind? Sounds about right. Nope. Son of a bitch, I'm having such a hard time, like, moving diagonally. Do I need to... Nope, I don't need to hit a stick. Do I need to jump on his head? What do I do? Jump on his head? Okay, I tried that. Okay, you just jump, don't spin. Gotcha. Oh, I thought I found a spot where you're perfectly safe because it didn't register the first time. Boop. I hate that when I try something and it doesn't work the first time, so then I just assume that I can't do that. Okay, there we go. Something about jumping and spinning doesn't register a hit. If you just jump on them, it's fine, though. I understand now. Doop, boop, doop, boop, boop. Rolling stones. Like a rolling stone. Okay, I thought I hit you first, but I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Whew. Oh yeah, pick that up. Pick that up. This game does have a really nice flow to it. And then we got the checkpoint. Uh-oh. I want to get this thing. There we go. Yeah! Oh wait, that blows that up? Or I already had one? You only get one. You get multiple on boss stages, I see. Oh, that fucked my jump up. Hey, what's up, Tanish? How you do? Welcome to the stream, eh? Good morning to ya. Boing. Oh, glad I had a thing. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah! I feel like I'm getting better at this game. Never mind. Yes, I want to continue. Feel like I'm getting better at this game. Immediately dies. Ain't that just the way? Oh, now I gotta fight the boss again? That's an interesting place to put the checkpoint. Ah, damn it. Having such a hard time jumping into this. Oh my god. This game needs analog controls. Boink. Did you know that most of the boss fights are made with the showcase of 3D animation in mind, like Papu Papu for jiggling fat and Ripperoo for follow-through animation, which is why he has ears. Huh, no, I didn't, but that makes sense. So I just found out about Tour de Pharmacy. It's dumb. I like it. Tour de Pharmacy? What's that? Did I read that right? Tour de Pharmacy. I don't know what that is. It's dumb. I like it. I like dumb, cool things. I might also like it. Is that a game? Tour de Pharmacy. I like dumb, fun games. I'm hoping it's a dumb, fun game. So here's a question. Why did it take so long for developers to just stop having the live system, or stop using the live system entirely? Because, like, if you're going to allow your players to save their game, like most games of this era did, why would you have the live system at all at that point? It just, like, even, like, something like Super Mario 64 has a live system, but all that happens is you go back to the title screen, and then you have to, like, go through Peach's Castle again to get back to the level you were on, and it just... I suppose you could say it's punishing the player by wasting their time, but that seems like a stupid design methodology. That's about the best I could think of. Like, I don't know, lives just seem so pointless. Like, I mean, even like the 16-bit era, they kind of seem pointless too, but at least, like, you didn't have, you know, games like allowing you to save was not yet commonplace, so it kind of made sense to do something like that. It's a mockumentary about the 82 Tour de France where everyone was on drugs. John Cena plays an Austrian cyclist. Nice. I do like me some mockumentaries, like This Is Spinal Tap, which is like the best. Possibly the first mockumentary. Oh, I totally fucked up that bonus stage. Shit. I got distracted by whatever that blue thing that disappeared was. Again, is those like the gems that Aiden's talking about, or was talking about earlier? There's some stuff about this game I never realized. Like, what is that blue thing there? It's a gem, right? Yeah, and I thought I couldn't stand on that, so... Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that. Take that under advisement. You got the skunks. This is like Donkey Kong Country. You just kind of got to keep moving, and that's how you do the best. That does sound really fun. A mockumentary where everybody's on drugs, which back in those days, everybody in the Tour de France absolutely was on drugs. I feel like the life system is a relic of the arcade era. That's why most games started to remove them around PS3, and now most games have no lives or so many that it's meaningless. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a holdover from the arcade era for sure. Crash, what are you gonna do with that hog, buddy? Oh my. Definitely is a holdover of the arcade, and so I don't blame developers from like the NES, you know, the 8-bit era, or even like or even the 16-bit era for still incorporating that, but why did it take so long? Because you're right, it wasn't until like the PS3 era that it like fully died out finally. It just took so long for like developers to move away from that. I guess it's just a case of like, oh man, that corner sucks. Just a case of developers being set in their ways and not questioning stuff. Like, it's gotta be all it is. Checkpoint. We going hog wild. Oh, poop. No boars were harmed in the making of this game. Probably. Oh shit, you know it's a brutal level when there's 2 checkpoints. Shit. Come on, get back on that boar. We're gonna get through this. Boing, boingy. Oh, God. Is that my last life? Oh, shit. How far back do I have to go? Perfect example. Like, why would you even... Yeah, you gotta go back to the boss. That's such a weird spot to put the checkpoint. You think they'd put it after... We're not gonna do this again. It's about time to end the stream anyway. Let's find something stupid to play for the last 10 minutes. Naughty Dog had to animate Crash's face in the most creepy way they did for the hog, right? It's just like, hey, you see that hog? You know. What are we gonna play? Let's play something on the Genesis for the last 10 minutes here. Shove It. That game that has a million different names. Ooh, gross. You haven't been saving. Well, wait, what? Well, does it even matter? Because if I run out of lives, regardless, I go back to the same spot, don't I? I don't know. I might have misunderstood something. Oh yeah, I forgot about this game. Snake, Rattle, and Roll. Oh, goody. Socket the Electric Duck. Everybody's favorite mascot. Soul Deuce. Dace. Dace? I don't know. What do we got here? Great Waldo. The Great Waldo Search. There we go. That's the perfect game to play for the last 10 minutes. Vector Man. Ooh. I am kind of tempted to play Vector Man. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like if we're going to play Vector Man, we should play longer. Let's start with Vector Man next time. I'm going to put that down. Vector Man. And I'm going to try to put AM2R on this. Oh my God. He is a happy wizard. Oh, hi. Oh, look at this guy. I got Smoky Ball. I think our boy here has been smoking some Smoky Ball. And that's why he's so happy. Oh! Expert? Okay, we're gonna go expert. Play some Waldo here. Ooh. I just can't get over that character design. That's amazing. You plan on starting streams an hour later? I always just wake up when you nearly end the streams now. No, because we have the time change. I always start at 2 o'clock Central Time, which is really early for you now. I'm sorry, Tanish. But 2 to 5 is my stream schedule. It's unfair that the U.S. has this stupid thing called daylight savings time that I have to abide by. So no, I shall not be starting any at a different time. Although in this fall we'll be going back on standard time, and I'll be streaming at a more sensible time. It's stupid. Expert, yeah, we gotta go expert. Okay. What am I? Okay, am I supposed to find Waldo specifically? This is. What are we playing? This is a Waldo game? What? What's this? I don't know why I figured I needed to find that, but I felt like I needed to click that. This is like some cult shit going on here. This guy's like spraying blood out of his robes. This is a Waldo game? What the fuck are we? Okay, time. Oh, you gotta find the red monk with feet! As opposed to all of the red monks that don't have feet? Apparently none of these guys have feet, except one homie. Hurry, find the clue. Red monk with feet. I mean, this guy looks like he has feet. Yes? No, those are stones. Okay. Wait, oh. Oh, I see. I just started. There's apparently a red monk with his feet hanging out somewhere around here. This is freaking totally red versus blue. This guy, it's this guy. No, it's not this guy. He's the only one that has feet. Great job. Oh, great job. I found a scroll. Oh, I can scroll this way too. Okay, who's got the feet? Show me the feet. Oh God, what is that? It's freaking Waldo missing his face. Oh, it's a dog. Okay. Damn, this is some freaking nightmare shit. I can't believe this is a Waldo game. What the hell? Or Wally, I suppose. That's what he's called in Europe, right? Where's Wally? We already played Pepsi Man, right? No, we didn't play Pepsi Man. I don't think I had Pepsi Man. I gotta write that on the list of games to add. Pepsi Man. Beepus Man. Pepsi Man. If Dumbledore won a quintillion happy... was on a quintillion happy pills. Oh, yeah. I did get Vex for this time. I'll put it on the list. We'll play a little bit of Vector Man, and then we'll play Vex next time. When I was young, I played Waldo at the circus. At the circus? Oh, Waldo at the circus so much on PC. I thought you were saying, when I was young, I went to the circus to play Waldo. And I'm like, what? That's a thing you could do? Damn. Okay, get some more time here. For a clock. Did you know they're making a live-action movie of Where's Waldo? No, but that does not surprise me. Apparently I didn't find the red monk with feet. Blue monk with a blue shield. You mean this guy? Okay.
There's Waldo.
Okay. Sure, let's try this. Oh, let's try this. Oh God, this is... I don't think people just hang out on top of their roof. Oh, they're on magic carpets. Okay, I see. I'm like, they're just floating there. Like, huh. All right. Oh, there's a clock. There's 150 points. Cool. There's another 150 points. There's another clock. There's another 150 points. And another clock. And another clock. Orange shoes, okay. I also remember watching the Waldo cartoon. It was a wild ride. Also in French, Waldo is called Charlie. Really? I didn't know that. Huh. Who was this game for? Clearly preteens that are on shrooms, obviously. Who else would this game be for? Hurry, find the clue. I forgot what the clue. Orange shoes. Orange shoes. You got orange shoes. All right, cool. So now what do I do? Am I just looking for Waldo at this point? I mean, there's Waldo's dog up there. I feel like if I was a preteen on shrooms, I would also enjoy this game. Actually, I am kind of enjoying this game, but not for the reasons intended. Collecting bones. Flying through the air. Great job. Oh, yeah. This game's really concerned about the player's self-image. Has to remind you constantly of what a great job you're doing. It's all about set and setting if you're doing psychedelics. So you gotta keep giving the keep giving the preteen trippers a There's Waldo. I was trying to get the clock that was next to Waldo, but gotta give the preteen trippers some positive vibes while they're, you know, taking a heroic dose. Oh. Oh, this is my cousin. Oh my god. Sure, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm into it. I mean, I already found Waldo. Doesn't count though. This is wild. Ooh, some big dude there. I feel like this is the same exact clapping sound effect that they have as this is clearly an early draft of Attack on Titan that we're seeing right now. That clapping sound effect is in like every game show game, like Jeopardy or Family Feud from this era. It's like the same sample. Grin missing tooth. This game is harder on the NES. You can guess why. Because the graphics are shittier, probably. Grin missing tooth. Probably this guy. I feel like that would be a lot harder if I was playing on a CRT back in the day with RF video output than in emulation. Oh god, look at this giant up here at the top of the screen. He's just like poking through. I'm gonna eat you. Oh. Oh, look at this guy with the clock on his eye. Nice. And there's Waldo's dog again. See if I can get all the bones this time. Oh. Oh, I missed it. I think the last 2 times we played this, I missed 1 bone. Woof. Woof. I've returned. You have returned to see this monstrosity. This is so trippy. What a game to end the stream with. Yeah, we gotta finish strong, man. I don't see any more items to get. Did I miss them? Do I just need to find Waldo now? Uh-oh. We might lose this round. I'm running low on time. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, the thing I needed. Sure, let's play Goofy Dragon and then we'll end the stream. I disagree with this game choice. This was by the randomness of the... This wasn't even on me. This was a Steam Deck. I just hit the random button, and this is what came up. Okay, apparently I won already. Red beard. Probably this guy. Are you sure that's a red beard? It looks like he just, like, scarfed down a cherry pie or something. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Oh, man, I love, like, medieval monster designs. Oop, there's a clock. Soldier with boots. There's only one soldier with boots? Should they all have boots? They're mostly barefoot. This guy's got boots. Soldier with boots. Do-do-do-do. Soldier with boots. There's a clock. Do-do-do-do. Soldier with boots. There's Waldo. Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop. Oh, now... Oh, maybe this is the ultimate level. The final level. Oh, of course. There's Waldos everywhere. Why wouldn't there be? Are we looking for Waldo's socks? The Waldo that's not wearing shoes? Is that what we're looking for? I don't understand the premise of this game sometimes. There's a scroll. Let's get the scroll. I lost. Well, that's that game. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it a stream. Thank you all for joining me for my thing's broken now. There we go. Thank you all for joining me for this wonderful retro game hopping afternoon. I will be back next week for some more of that, unless I get really busy this week and I need another day off like I did last week, but should be good now. So yeah. Next week, we're going to start with Vector Man, and then we're going to play some Vex, and I am also going to put AM2R and Pepsi Man on the Steam Deck so we can play those at our leisure. So once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had fun. It was a great time. Bye!